Hello, my name is Brandon Peterson, and I will be presenting a comparison of two very distinct political leaders, Senator Raphael Warnock and Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene. This presentation will explore their different leadership styles, use of power, communication strategies, and how they reflect different leadership theories. Before we get into any background information, I wanted to emphasize that this project is about understanding how leadership can show up differently depending on your personality, ideology, and any background information or context that can be shared. By examining these two leaders who both represent Georgia but stand on opposing sides of the political spectrum, we get a clear picture of how contrasting approaches can still achieve political influence. The purpose of this presentation is not to judge either party, but to analyze and review their approaches on leadership. Raphael Warnock is the senior pastor of the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia, where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once preached. He earned degrees from Morehouse College and Union Theological Seminary and became the first Black senator for Georgia in 2021. His life and work center around justice, faith, and social equity. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is often referred to by her initials MTG, is a businesswoman turned politician representing Georgia's 14th district. She holds a business degree from the University of Georgia and has a strong background in entrepreneurship and fitness. She entered Congress in 2021 and quickly became known for her vocal conservatism and hardline positions. Senator Warnock is known to have a very transformational leadership style. He motivates through a strong moral vision rooted in his faith. He leads with empathy and seeks consensus, often working across party lines to create policy change. His pastoral background shines through in the way he's able to communicate with calm authority. In contrast, Marjorie Taylor Greene leads with a more confrontational style. She positions herself as an outsider who speaks for the everyday Americans. She's bold, unapologetic, and often challenges both the Democratic and her own Republican Party leadership. Her leadership thrives on confrontation and media visibility. Use of power and influence. Senator Warnock uses relational power as he builds coalitions and gains trust through moral credibility. In the Senate, he pushes for legislative change through bipartisan efforts, always emphasizing ethical implications such as expanding Medicaid or protecting voter rights for undereducated communities. For Marjorie Taylor Greene, her power comes from her sole ability to be assertive on the stances that she believes in. She uses media, especially social media platforms, to control the narrative and mobilize her support. Even when stripped of committee assignments, she stayed highly visible by speaking out in the press and online. In my research, I also found an extensive amount of videos that just showed how different their public communication styles truly were. Senator Warnock is more calm, inspiring, and focused on shared values, where he speaks like a preacher aiming to uplift. Greene, on the other hand, uses shock and directness to energize her base, which leans into more controversy as a strategy that she uses. Impact on the public opinion. Senator Warnock works to expand access to health care, education, and voting rights for all individuals. His supporters sees him as a voice of reason in Washington when there is a lack thereof. Meanwhile, Greene uses her impact to energize conservatives who feel unheard. She champions Second Amendment rights and opposes federal outreach. Her style, while can be polarizing, is definitely effective with her target audience. Theoretical framework. From a leadership theory standpoint, Senator Warnock fits the servant leadership and transformational leadership models. He sees leadership as service and seeks to elevate others. His actions are guided by ethics, visions, and a desire to build community. By contrast, Representative Green aligns more with the charismatic and transactional authoritarian leadership style. Her personal brand is central to her influence. She uses boldness to attract loyalty and rewards support with political allegiance. Her leadership is about winning and energizing a movement. To wrap things up, this comparison between Senator Raphael Warnock and Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene shows just how leadership can look completely different depending on the individual's values, communication style, and political strategy. Warnock leads with a calm, transformative vision grounded in faith and social justice, whereas Greene leads with boldness and populist energy, focusing on ideological loyalty and disruption. While their methods and messages diverge, both leaders are effective in reaching and rallying their supporters. Ultimately, this contrast highlights the leadership isn't just about following a set formula. It's about how a person uses their voice, vision, and influence to drive impact, whether through unity or disruption. Thank you.